Good morning, everyone, and it's my reflection for Wednesday, the 29th of May. It's Bob. I must tell you about an accident I had about 6 weeks ago. I was walking across the main street in Forfar from the church, thought I was about to step into the gutter, but I actually stepped on the curb, pushed my foot backwards, fell on the ground, and I heard this strange crack noise from my ankle. I had broken my ankle just at the bottom of the tibia. It's called for you medical folk, it's the medial malleolus, and I've got an x-ray that was taken the next day. You can see the black line there of the crack. Pretty painful, but the National Health Service were great with me in Arbroath and our local big hospital at Stracathro. I was given lots of help. I was given a moon boot, a massive structure from ankle up to the knee with a strong plastic base to keep my foot anchored and soft foam around the leg, pads for my feet, and 5 of these Velcro braces to fasten the whole contraption together and support my leg. A tremendous piece of kit which I've been wearing for 6 weeks out of doors, and also given the crutches to go with. A great support from the shoulder down to the hand and giving me a good support on the ground. So I was well looked after. But then I found the business of having an accident like that, mobility. I was stuck. I was stuck in the house. I was not allowed to drive. I was dependent on my wife Esther for all the transport. It completely had to change my behaviour around the village and around the town. I've had tremendous support and kindness from the church congregation, the Forfar townsfolk, and concern from some pedestrians and drivers. I must say indifference from some others. But it was an opportunity really to see what disability feels like, even just for 6 weeks. The difficulty of negotiating stairs, of going up ramps, getting into doorways, and using the passenger seat in a car for the first time for many years. Also, this feeling of isolation at home. Unless someone calls to help with transport or a friendly phone call. I was given all the medical help, of course, in the way of information sheets about exercises I should be taking, my 6 steps to recovery, warnings about falls in the home, about keeping the floor clear, about using the correct specs when I'm walking around, general health and safety, and some exercises to strengthen the muscles after the break was healing. The surgeons were great. They didn't need to involve any surgical procedure, but they took another x-ray a few weeks later, compared them, and showed me that the crack was beginning to knit together and bond. So that was good news. They were very interested in the national statistics about falls and watching out for the future. And also I've been recommended to check on the density of my bone just in case of osteoporosis in the future. One or two funnies. If you've had an accident like this, as you're gradually recovering, you probably left your crutch behind. I had 2, and occasionally I would just suddenly, I've left it somewhere, I have to go back. Esther's been a great help, of course. I don't know where I'd be without my darling wife to look after me. she tried to help me to look presentable, for instance, for church. And so we hit on this idea of having a smart pair of trousers, which, not my best ones, but she would cut them down so that the right leg, you can see that, so that the right leg would go short and just fit into the top of the boot, the moon boot, and the left leg was normal. It worked fine. I said to her, could I maybe use an older pair of trousers that have got plenty of pockets, maybe for using in the house? And so she worked on these ones, which had sort of DIY type trousers. She took it to her sewing room and got very keen with the scissors. In fact, so keen that she managed to cut both legs. And so they then had to be converted into a pair of long shorts instead of breeks just for disablement. I can laugh about it now because the boot has come off and I can return these medical aids to the health service. As I say, it's just been 6 weeks for me, but let's all think about these people who suffer from any fall, mishap, or long-term disablement. Please keep them in your prayers and offer them any kindness you can when you meet them in the street or in the workplace. Have a good week and be careful about falling.